Hi, and welcome to another installment of Magic Monday. My name is Angelina. If you are returning to my channel, then welcome back. If you are new to my channel, then welcome to you as well. Basically, I use this channel to talk about different aspects of magic, whether it's spell work, meditation, empowerment, self-love, just different things. I do believe magic comes from within you. So today I'm in my kitchen because I'm going to be detailing just a couple basics of kitchen magic. One of the most basic ways to incorporate magic within your kitchen or within cooking, baking is with spices. So many believe that different spices hold different meanings or symbolisms. There's lots of great guides online to figure out which spice you can incorporate for different results. For example, cinnamon corresponds with love. Garlic, I also believe, corresponds with love, but can also be a good protective spice. Sage you can use within your recipes. It makes a great flavor, but it's also going to add a lot of protection cooking with it within your home. I like to add sea salt and ground black pepper to my recipes as well because they both add a level of protection. So for those of us who like to cook or bake as a hobby, or maybe you're drawn to different recipes or different things that you would do in the kitchen, we know that you can either feel maybe uplifted and super happy while you're doing it, or maybe it brings you a level of relaxation. What many don't realize is by doing this and getting those results, you're actually meditating. Cooking is really therapeutic for a lot of people, especially because it gives us the opportunity to manipulate ingredients and add things as we please. A lot of people like to listen to music that might make them feel happy or relaxed while they're cooking. And a lot of people like to enjoy the way their house smells while they're cooking or baking. So these all tie in hand with meditation. You've got music therapy going on there. You've got aromatherapy. You have a little bit of sensory where maybe you're mashing things with your hands or you're using your spoon to stir things. That all factors into meditation that happens within the kitchen. And I think a lot of people feel this way, but they don't actually realize that what they're doing is a meditation. Another thing you can do to incorporate magic, this one's really subtle, but using a spoon or whatever you need to stir either your batter, your coffee, your tea, your ingredients. Maybe you're stirring something in a pot like a soup. Stir clockwise, then you're bringing something to you. If you stir counterclockwise, you're repelling something. So if I'm making chicken noodle soup, I might add some of my black pepper, and then I'm going to stir clockwise to incorporate and bring protection to myself. It's really easy to go down a rabbit hole within kitchen witchcraft. So just with anything else, do your research. Different ingredients can have different incorporations or symbolism. You can look up traditional foods for certain times of the year that might correspond with the wheel of the year. And another great way to incorporate magic within your kitchen is to have a lot of personalized stuff. For example, my mug says, "I'm only talking to my dog today." Sometimes I'm in that mood. Sometimes I don't want to do people. Sometimes I like to pick a mug that kind of goes with how I'm feeling for the day. Some people like to collect little bowls, cups, or spoons that they're either attracted to, or for example, maybe it has a pumpkin on it and that's your special bowl that you use throughout autumn. Whatever resonates with you, just do it. That's all I can really say. There's tons of cute things out there. People have mugs with their names on them, or you could even get a special mug or a plate that has a message, maybe like, something motivational. Just saying a quote that just resonates within them and just makes them feel really good about what they do and who they are. So I definitely encourage those things within the kitchen as well. Lastly, I wanted to show you guys a pretty quick and easy spell that you can use for your daily coffee or tea. So this spell has to do all with personal preference. So if you like coffee better than tea, you can feel free to use that. If you have a certain flavor of tea or just whatever you have on hand, you can feel free to use anything you want. I have my tea brewed. This is a honey lavender tea that I'm using. And then I have a little bit of local honey. It is wildflower honey. I will say I like to use local honey from my region because it helps with my allergies to be exposed to that little bit of pollen. Again, use whatever you have on hand. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I like to just take a little teaspoon of it. Oh, it's so delicious. I love honey. Honey is associated with love. You know, a lot of times people use it in self-love spells, so you can certainly find a way to incorporate it that way if you need be. Some people choose to do this with milk or creamer as well. Basically, drip it in while thinking about your intentions for the day. So I want to repel stress from my workday, so I'm going to stir in that counterclockwise motion. I want to feel confident within myself while I'm at work, so I'm going to stir in that clockwise motion. As you sit and you drink your morning beverage, sit and reflect on different things that have to do with these goals. For instance, I want to bring confidence to myself. So as I drink my tea, I'm going to think about ways that I can be more confident at work today, how I can reach my goals, things that make me feel good that I can achieve at work today. And then if I want to think about ways that I can repel stress, because that was also one of my goals for this cup of tea, then I can do that as well. Kitchen witchcraft is really, really good for witches who are in the broom closet, because to anybody else, you're just cooking. You're just making yourself some food. What people don't realize is magic is all around us, but it's up to us to harness the magic and actually put intention behind it. So to anybody else, you might just be cooking a pot of chicken noodle soup, but it's your intentions that you're setting behind it. It's the spices that you're choosing to incorporate. It's the ingredients that you're choosing to incorporate based on their correspondences. That's what makes a recipe magic. Cooking for friends and family is a form of magic because it can be interpreted as a way to show love. I don't know if any of my viewers are familiar with this, but when I was younger, my friends and I used to make friendship bread. Somebody would start the bread off in the bag. It would be just all of the ingredients, the yeast, milk, whatever else needed to go in it. And you keep it and you would knead it maybe 1 or 2 days, and then you would send it to a friend, and then it was their turn to take care of it. And then at the end of the week, it reached all of your friends, and whoever's job it was to bake it would send the bread back down the line. Basically, they would be responsible for baking it and then slicing it and making sure each person involved also got a slice. Now, there are darker sides of kitchen witchcraft. I don't want to get into it because, one, I don't want to give anybody any bad ideas, and two, it's also just not something that resonates with me, so I don't know a ton about it. But you might hear instances in which people are feeding people things without their consent, or they're making people a meal and they're incorporating some potentially harmful substances within the meal without the person knowing. And I just want to state that I do not condone that. I believe that if you're cooking for somebody, you should do it out of a place of love and happiness and not out of a place of scorn or like maybe trying to get revenge. I'll just leave it at that.
Oof.
I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss a beat. And I will see you next Monday.